Hey guys, this is Cameron coming back with you from Unfiltered History. Today we're going to be talking about the Bill of Rights a little bit, and also the First and Second Amendment. The Bill of Rights was actually added to the Constitution after it was already written. James Madison kind of spearheaded the campaign to do that, and James Madison is a huge figure in our history. Founding father, member of the Constitutional Congress, advisor to George Washington, fourth president of the United States, Secretary of State, and actually oversaw the Louisiana Purchase. So this guy's done it all. He's a huge figure for our history, and really a great person to take on this role of amending these rights into our Constitution. Ratified in actually 1791, so they were added after the Constitution was written, but not reworded into the Constitution, but amended afterwards. We're going to talk about James Madison here in a little while, but he's the guy that did this. A huge figure for us. The First Amendment actually reads, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Basically, breaking it down real quick, there's no state-established religion. You can practice whatever religion you want to. You're not told by the government you have to practice this, you cannot practice that. Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, even the weirder ones like the Wiccas and stuff, not a problem by our government. Freedom of speech does kind of get to a thin line. Same thing with freedom of the press, because you can basically say what you want to as long as you're not slandering people, libel people in the press, or anything that could be inciting of a riot. You can also say things against the government as far as not agreeing with the policies. In looking back in examples of history like Nazi Germany, Soviet Russia, if you talked out against the government in those places, you were a political prisoner and sent off to God knows where. The right of the people to peaceably assemble. Protests outside legislative buildings, the city, state, or federal government buildings is not a problem as long as it's done peacefully. You cannot incite a riot, basically, is what that's saying. However, if you do that, the police will come just to make sure that it's a peaceful protest, not so much to kick you off as long as you're doing everything peacefully. And then the petition the government for redress of grievances, same thing. Peacefully go through the whole process, question the government on what they're doing, because they are actually working for you as a constituent, as for you being a constituent of them. The Second Amendment, at this point in our history right now, it's kind of a hot topic, but the Second Amendment reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. A lot of people think that's just, oh cool, we can have guns. And long story short, it is, but also for the reasons that we can keep them. The security of a free state is one of the bigger parts in that, because all of your freedoms from every other amendment, including the first, are protected by this one. So, once again, looking back at Nazi Germany and Soviet Russia, hugely against guns, huge gun control there, but then when something came back around and you talk out against the government, you could not protect yourself against the tyranny that government had. This is to keep you safe from your government, and also to keep you safe from the people within the government. We're going to hit the other amendments here in the next few videos. really break them all down in the first 10. And then we're going to start hitting some of the other amendments as we go through as well. Hit the subscribe button. Keep checking us out. Check out our blog. We just set one up. It is unfiltered-history.com. Going to have history stuff. We got some, as we go through and do some of our on-site stuff, we're going to do some travel stuff as well. We're going to check out some sites and stuff like that. And also some cool photography of these historical places. So check us out. Stay tuned in, and we'll be seeing you next time. Thanks, guys.